In Chapter 10, Small Group Communication. Small group communication refers to the exchange of 3 to 15 members. It also involves group hate, which describes that distaste and aversion that some people feel towards working groups. In the video about small group communication, they talked about the influence, common purpose, role, interpedience, and interaction. Another term that was discussed in the chapter is team, which is achieving a goal with one or more members. Small group communication among a small number of people who share a common purpose of a goal, who feel connected to each other, coordinate their behavior. They work towards a common goal and have a common purpose. They don't influence one another or feel connected to each other. For example, when you're working with people on a group project, you have more than one member working on that project with you, and it's all hands-on, but you only have so little amount of time and group, and you work through the project. Virtual small group is simply a group whose members interact through electronic media. For example, Zoom, FaceTime, Skype, Instagram, and Snapchat. Virtuality, the degree to which groups work through electronic communication, media, time zone differences, and technology uses. Some key words that mentioned in the chapter are task communication, which means getting the job done, and task communication involves clearly defining responsibilities and expectations to ensure that team members understand what needs to be done, why it matters, and how to accomplish it. This structured approach is essential in project management and goal-driven environments, where precision and clearly directly influence success. Rational communication refers to goal-oriented interactional activity that emphasizes mutual understanding and consensus. It involves the 3 key aspects. Goal-oriented messages are means to achieve specific ends and are responsive to the requirements of the situation. Consideration of others. Rational communication takes into account the goals and plans of others working towards an accepted common goal. Joint activity. Rational interactions are collaborative, which participants engage in dialogue to reach a common understanding through reason argumentation. Shared leadership, collaborative or disturbed leadership involved in the process of leading one another towards productive. Some requirements: partners, common purpose, responsibility for the work of the group and how respect brings to the group and complex world solutions. Also, their style is a leading group that determines their success. Also mentions an authoritative leader, takes charge and expertise, making all decisions and dictating strategies and work. There are different kinds of styles, like goals, dictatorial, interest, and laid back. What leadership style do you exhibit? One theory is transformational theory. Emphasizes the importance of personalized relationship in leadership and group cohesion. Some requirements are equal participation, decision-making style, cooperative, conflict style. They're respectful communication style. A respectful communication style, and the steps are: define and delineate the problem, analyze, identify alternative solutions, evaluate, choose. Chapters that are mentioned are political, economic, historical. Groups establish power structure. Importance: it's always the way power is used inside and outside of the groups. Role, culture, diversity, place. A small group is a fact of life, and learning to be a better small group communicator can enhance your academic. They also share a common purpose and interpreting and exert influence on each other. The primary benefit of small groups is that they are more productive and creative than individuals working alone. The disadvantages are decision making Decisions take longer than groups, can silence minority groups in opinions, get distracted, and make poor decisions, and relational problems and conflicts can make the experience satisfying. 12 tasks. 8 relations are required for effective group work. 8 disruptive individuals roles also exist that group members. Leadership is defined influential relationship among leaders, followers who intend reflect their shared purposes. Characteristics: trait, style, functional, transformational, servant, explain leadership effectiveness. The 5-stage the agenda: too much groupthink, suicidal forces, impacts, small group process, via role of power in small group and work and through cultural diversity. 3 types: those aimed at strengthening group relationships, those dealing with specific communication practices. 2 include skills for achieving group communication and cultivating an intermediate attitude and striving for trust and cohesion.